Is it weird being an actor that somebody can just look you up on the internet and, you've got biographies everywhere, just page after page?
It is. It's very weird. I have very mixed feelings about it since a lot of the information is wrong. How it ends up in the internet, I don't know, but a lot of it's kind of slapdash, and a lot of it based on rumor or misstatements of press who didn't know it, or it's very complex. And so the truth of who you really are, I'm not sure how you can trust the internet or website. You can trust the internet for someone's opinion of you. I mean, somebody can see a movie and write a review. So this is what I thought. Well, that's fair. I know studios don't like it because you can get some crazy out there that just wants to make a name for themselves by saying something stupid or outrageous. But by and large, it's democratic, and that's okay. But people knowing who you are, that doesn't feel good.
Strange. Yeah. Now, what's the weirdest thing you've ever read about yourself on, let's say, a tabloid or something, or heard about yourself?
Well, I just had one here recently where they said, well, I understand you're selling Sundance. I said, no, where'd that come from? Just the opposite. Well, it's reported in Fortune Mag. I said, Fortune Magazine? What is that? Nobody called me, Well, you let it go because you can't do anything about that stuff. We're in a media situation now where much of the media, not all, but much of the media will run with a story out of fear of getting out-scooped, and so they'll run with a rumor or gossip. And then it becomes fact. That's dangerous. So the internet, when you ask me about the website, I don't know what's on there. I don't check it out. And so, but I do know when I've heard things. You say, what's the most outrageous thing? I go, you got to be kidding. Well, it was on the internet. There have been too many of them. I couldn't even recount.
Now, speaking of Sundance, this is the first movie in which you've starred that premiered at Sundance. Was that a little nerve-wracking?
It was. It was. I actually fought it. I didn't. It looked to me like it might appear self-serving, and I said, no. And they said, well, we selected it because we think it's right for the festival. These are my guys, And I said, wait, guys. And they said, well, you said you were going to stay out of it. You said you were going to stay out of it. And I said, well, yes, but. And they said, well, then stay out of it, And then I thought about it, and the argument was, look, you've gone so far away from ever serving yourself in this thing. There's nothing wrong with it because it's a film that fits the festival formula. It's different, it's unique, it's independent, and you stepped in and played an actual role in it. You should be proud of it. I thought, that's true. So that's how it ended up there.
That's great. Now, Wayne in the movie has a hard time balancing work and family. He's a bit of a workaholic. How do you do it? I mean, you've been in the business for so long. Is it tough still?
I think I've had to work really hard at it. I think there's a part of me that is a workaholic. When I go into something, when I dive into it, I go 100%, 150%. I also like to play. I like to be not accountable. I like to have freedom to do what I want to do and to explore other things. And usually that puts me in a very undisciplined state. But I think that to be accountable, I mean, I'm sorry, let's go back to I want to make sure I'm answering your question, which was, because I'm about to go
Which
on.
was basically, how do you balance life with work?
I think that the idea is, first of all, work and play can be terrific if it's properly balanced. The way I try, I don't always succeed, is I know there's a workaholic side when I get into things. I also want to recognize the value of play. I want to recognize the value of going into the other corner. Don't stay too long in one place, otherwise you will lose your perspective and you might start repeating yourself, and then you'll bore yourself. Constantly take yourself back to a zero place and start all over again, because there's energy in it.